Okay, you guys ready to go?
Do it.
Sir.
Alrighty. Hello everybody, and welcome to Waypoint's E3 recap video. Today, I'll be your host, Alec Bobko, and we're joined by Brett, Chris, and Josh. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing well. Excited to recap some
Great!
E3 stuff.
Doing fantastic, man. Doing fantastic.
So, before we actually get into the E3 recap, we made some predictions before E3 and Summer Games Fest started. So we're going to go through some of those. Chris, you are first up in the dock.
Yeah.
So your predictions: Halo multiplayer gameplay and beta, Fallen Order sequel announcement, and second.
This for EA Play.
Yeah,
I thought they were. At the time, they hadn't announced when EA Play was. Yet.
exactly. Then your two hype ones was a KOTOR remake and massive announces Star Wars third-person RPG with gameplay and release window.
Also EA Play.
So, well, it could have been Ubisoft too.
I was really hoping EA was going to be last week, man. I was really hoping it was going to be last week.
Austin, since he recorded all the predictions, he gave out the points. So he gave you 1 point for the Halo prediction.
Do I still get points for EA Play when that comes around?
Exactly. That's what he says. 1 point so far.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm still in the running, baby.
Okay.
And we got some Halo multiplayer, baby.
Exactly.
Technically,
Next.
technically they announced the beta. They said, "Hey, you can go sign up for Halo Flighting," which is their version of beta. So I mean,
Technically, yes. So you got the full point. All right. Next, we have Austin, his predictions. He had Breath of the Wild 2 sequel footage with release date, Beyond Good and Evil 2 update and gameplay, no release date. Then his two hype ones was Switch Pro is not mentioned at all, and Fallout Property remaster with release date. So he gave himself 3/4 of a point for the Breath of the Wild 2 sequel announcement. Or not announcement, but sequel footage. It got didn't get a release date, so got a release year.
Mm-hmm.
A little disappointed it's not this year, but I'm sure it'll be early next year.
I saw it coming.
Mm-hmm. And then Switch Pro wasn't announced at all, so got the full point there. And he gave himself 1/4 of a point for the Fallout Property remaster.
Come on, dude.
We're gonna have to have a third party audit these scores.
I would like to call bias on that. I think
he did say that these could be up for discussion. So
okay, Austin. It's a hard no from me.
So we'll bring him down that 1/4 point. So he's got 1.75.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. My predictions got basically after that day after we recorded that E3 predictions video, mine basically all got destroyed. So mine was Horizon Forbidden West release date, September 10th at Summer Games Fest, and Ragnarok teaser with holiday release. Nah.
Nope. Sony wasn't there at all.
No.
Yeah.
Just to clarify real quick, you could still get some Horizon points if they do a state of play like this summer, right? Like, so that's not completely out of the
But I
restaurant.
gave a hard release date.
I also doubt they're going to do a second Horizon state of play like this year.
But then my other one, which got disproved, I think it was literally that morning after we recorded. It was Saints Row 5 announced as a continuation of 4's story, and literally Deep Silver was just like, no Saints Row at the Media.
Damn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, so that was fun.
That hurts.
You're following your heart though, so can't blame you for that.
That's all that really matters. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So then my two hype predictions, I had no state of play until October, and that state of play would be God of War themed. And then the whole crazy final Smash Bros. Character is announced as Master Chief, and Game Pass Cloud coming to Nintendo Switch.
You'd wish.
Right
We
now,
all
I
wish.
have 0 points so far because we don't know about the state of play. So,
Right.
yeah. And we got Brett coming up next. Smash DLC character announced, and then we asked you for a character and you just guessed Sora. So Austin gave you a quarter point there.
Swing and a miss.
Shit my pants if Sora makes it.
Then the other predictions you gave was officially announced Battlefield Battle Royale free to play, crossplay, and progression.
Nope. None of that. In fact, they're like, pay us $70 for our multiplayer only game.
No, dude, I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. Wow. Like, I'm sure it's gonna be a great game, but I was shocked. Like,
I'm a slut and I'm still gonna buy it. Like, I want Battlefield, but like.
Did you hear the news today though? But they're gonna put AI bots in there because they're worried about they can't fill entire lobbies.
What are you doing?
Put it on Game Pass, you weirdos. Like, I mean, it's like put it on EA Play.
Or EA Play,
right?
Which would take it to Game Pass.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's such a strange decision.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Brett's 2 hype predictions: Banjo-Kazooie remakes and 3 Ts.
Sorry, Brett.
And Zelda Oracle remakes in one package announced with September release.
Both of those would be so cool.
I knew the Banjo was more of a long shot, but I'm still shocked that we're maybe not getting any more Zelda like celebration for this year.
Yeah,
I'm not. Look what they did for Mario.
Yeah,
look what they did for Donkey Kong. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Nintendo. Yeah, okay. I have some words for Nintendo.
I was just gonna say that tease. That
Nintendo
was mean.
Nintendo still blew me away with the show, which I'm sure we'll get into. But yeah, kind of shocked. No more. I mean, we still got Zelda Breath of the Wild too, but
no, you can go buy a Game and Watch.
Yeah, I could.
I mean, it gave the ports of all the NES ones and Link's Awakening.
I can play this right here already. They're right here already. They're already here.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
All right, so Brett, you only have a quarter point.
I still could get some, pie in the sky Battlefield, whatever, with the EA Play.
True.
This later, if they like, because they could announce more stuff with that for sure.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan is next. Yeah, 3/4 of a point for Starfield gameplay. No CGI release window. First half of 2022, so it's second half. So
yeah.
Valve handheld announced at Summer Games Fest. Nope.
What a long shot! What a long shot in the dark.
He even said that when he predicted it.
What a shot in the dark.
And then you had Spider-Man sequels teased 2022.
Still could happen.
Infamous modern remake. Or soft reboot.
Could also still happen, man. No Sony presence whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
Which all the Sony news because we're recording the 29th, so all the Sony news that happened today. I mean, there might be a state of play coming.
It feels like they're gearing up towards one.
Mm-hmm. And then Josh, who kind of got some of Austin's leftover predictions. He's at 0.
Yeah.
Ghostwire Tokyo Deep Dive. Nope. No mention.
Is that game still coming out?
I don't think so at this point.
They announced the game and then I can't remember her name. She left
she was the creative director left. And when a creative director leaves the game,
it's not a good sign.
Not a great sign.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Halo Infinite.
First of all, how dare you? Here's what they need to do is just get Joseph Staten to overwork on Ghostwire. Joseph Staten is the third one.
Yikes.
Here's the thing. He worked on the originals. He worked on Destiny. I have faith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then was Lego Star Wars trailer and release date, September to December.
Speaking of games that aren't coming out.
What?
No, don't do this to me.
Like with that game, like if you just busted into WB's offices and played it right now, what does it look like? Like it has to.
It's probably done. It's probably done.
We're never gonna know because WB got rid of like their whole games division.
Yeah, so strange.
That game's not coming out. I'm convinced.
No, it's coming out.
It's coming out.
There's too vocal of a Star Wars fan base to let that game die. I don't believe it's dead. Please.
Then
it better be it. Like no, it's not an EA game. It's a WB game, and all they did was Back 4 Blood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then we got
WB are a bunch of cowards.
Xbox acquires Sega or partners, partners for Alien game announced. The Aliens game.
Yes, that's been my like hype E3 prediction for like the past couple years now.
Oh, okay.
I know it's. Yeah, it's weird to announce acquisitions at E3, but like, come on, that would be so hype. And there's like, there's no good Aliens games. I mean, we got one, back in 2014 with Isolation, and Disney's acquired Fox since then. They own the license. They do Marvel comic books. Like, come on, y'all have this games division popping off with Star Wars games and Marvel games now. Just give us some more Aliens games. Stop giving it like having the license be in Sega's hands. Just give it to someone who could do something with it, please.
Can you imagine the fanboy tears if Microsoft acquired Sega?
Oh
my gosh!
Dude, that Sonic fan base is rabid. So
Twitter would melt down.
Oh yeah.
But if they did an Aliens game now, it would probably be Square Enix, right? They have a pretty good relationship with at least with Marvel on the Marvel side. So
after Avengers, I would not buy a Square Enix Alien game. I would run away from that.
Yeah, but then there's Guardian.
I like Guardian.
All right, and then Josh's last prediction: no Elden Ring appearance.
Which is like that's a smart like bet. That's something smart to like.
I mean, honestly,
say wouldn't happen
at the time.
Yeah,
that's the one Austin gave me though. My other hype prediction. My other hype prediction was that. Since I'm the resident like Star Wars guy here and the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order guy here, I said that there would be a trailer, just kind of teasing at the story hints and stuff like that. I even I wrote in my message to Austin, I'm like, say that I'm the resident Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order guy, and just look into Chris's eyes, please. And I watched the episode. He didn't do it. He's a coward. Whatever. But that was my second hype prediction. Just something that teased at the story, and I think I wrote something along Vader is hunting Cal, for the hype prediction. And then Austin gave me Elden Ring, and it was a 50-50 shot, and he completely missed.
That's a big old swing and a miss.
Yeah.
The first thing.
Oh yeah.
One more thing. First event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could still get that Fallen Order one though.
I'm banking on it.
Yeah, play coming up. And I mean, did you see? Again, we're recording this on the 29th. The Game Informer dropped an article on Twitter today. They're like, "Hey, you know what it's a good time to do right now is replay through Fallen Order."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, "Don't you do this to me, Game Informer? Don't you do this to me?"
I mean, they did just drop the next gen.
Yeah, they also dropped the updates. Like I feel a Fallen Order on the wind.
What if it's this year?
No way,
dude! Fuck! Can you imagine? No.
Guardians.
I mean, how long were they working on Fallen Order? Like
2024.
No way! Fallen Order is 24.
If that was 19, that'd be 5 years.
That's how long big games take to make.
But with the engine, though, I'd say they could jam it out in 3 years. And I could see it coming out in
3. I could see it next year.
Yeah. At the absolute furthest, 2023. But no, I believe it's next year.
I can see the next Battlefront being 24.
I could also see that being next year.
Because I don't think they've even started that yet. If they're doing one at all, we're all assuming they're doing one. I think they have said we're interested in doing one, but I mean, what else is EA going to do? I mean, they might as well keep Battlefront going, especially since they theoretically already have a lot of it, like the skeletons there. At least they could. The best case scenario, they just take all the stuff from 2 and then add more to it. And here's Battlefront 3. You know what I mean?
Yep. Right. So next, let's get do a little bit of recap. So, I know most of us were probably on that Summer Games Fest recap video.
Yes.
So,
I was not.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
I was not.
I was real quick for me, just the kind of two games that I really liked was, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Like, I can't wait to play that. Or like a D&D themed kind of medieval high fantasy Borderlands. Yes. Sign me up.
Did you ever play the Tiny Tina DLC for, what was it, Borderlands 2? Or
I'm
was it
sure
3?
I did.
I think it was 2.
It was 2.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure I did because I played a bunch of the DLCs. I just don't recall straight off.
They're basically turning that into its own game.
Yeah,
which is really, really cool because that's my favorite Borderlands
and
DLC. That's awesome.
Voice actors for that, like, come on.
Oh yeah.
And
I
then
saw Andy Samberg in there, and I was like, "Well, I have to buy this game." That's it. Yep.
And then the other one was that really caught me by surprise was Metal Slug Tactics. So those are probably the two from Summer Games Fest that I'm really looking forward to.
I need to look up.
It was like the super
Summer Games again.
Yeah, awesome style, almost Advance Wars kind of looking game.
Right.
Yeah. Metal Slug Tactics looks sick, and that's absolutely one of my standouts. At least from Summer Games Fest, because I love games like that. It's the kind of like pixelated isometric thing that reminds me a ton of like Final Fantasy Tactics as well, which I really really like. I'm looking through here. I think we had a new trailer for Solar Ash.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Technically, they had a trailer for they were teasing a new agent in Valorant who is now out, a robot named KO, who is rad, I might add.
I haven't gotten a chance to play season or the update yet, so
new season's the best one.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're missing the hypest announcement of Summer Games Fest, which is the Fast and Furious cars coming to Rocket League.
Oh yeah. I mean,
okay.
That's no spoilers.
They're bringing back
the
Challenger, and they're adding the space car.
Nice.
Which makes a lot of sense. It's already got a rocket strapped to it.
Exactly.
What I mean?
Not much work they need to do on that. Brett and Josh, any standouts for you guys?
The biggest standout for me, of course, was the Death Stranding director's cut, and with like today's announcement that they're, I think Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut just got like leaked today. So it's like, what's going on with these PS4 games and director's cuts? Hopefully, some knack is on the horizon.
I'm hoping these director's cuts are like expansions. Like I don't want to replay Ghost of Tsushima. I want more Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, exactly. And like the hints of Metal Gear Solid in the stealth elements in the Death Stranding director's cut trailer like really has me excited because like the combat was not the best, but if you could avoid it and as Sam Bridges, I think that'd be very interesting. And then the second kind of standout for me, just because I did finish Bloodborne earlier this year, was Elden Ring. Interested to get into some more Souls type games, especially now that we have Chance Carter on the team. Excited to talk to him about some of that stuff and rip some Sekiro, some more Bloodborne, and some Elden Ring.
Nice.
Adding in Metal Gear Solid style stealth to Death Stranding, I think would actually get me to finish that game because the gameplay of that was boring.
Now, do we think
very
real quick? Do we think that was just like a tease for like the like just to play it up for the camera kind of a thing for game or Summer Games Fest?
I think that's a possibility.
Yeah. Knowing Kojima, that easily could have been a huge possibility.
Great story though.
Oh yeah,
Death Stranding.
Oh yeah.
I found it at Barnes and Noble yesterday. They actually turned it into a pair of novels.
Purchased one. Interesting.
Yeah.
Death Stranding?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's go. I'm gonna have to buy those and read them too.
Right. Chris, any other games that you liked or any standouts for you guys?
No, I mean Elden Ring. I'm excited to play Elden Ring. I've played a couple Souls games and I like the idea of playing one with like the weird but really cool like collaboration of like Soul style but written by J.R.R. Martin. I think sounds really really interesting. Aesthetically, it actually looks more like Dark Souls than I was expecting. I figured they'd go a little harder into the like the hard fantasy than they have. It still kind of has that sort of like gothic fantasy look to it, but I'm excited to play it either way. I'm not like shitting my pants over it, but I'm excited to play it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'll just mention because a lot of the stuff y'all already brought up, I was really stoked to see, especially the Metal Slug Tactics. But the one that we haven't talked about yet, that I was like, oh, cool, like I like the first one well enough, was Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because that game launched a little rough, but over time they added more content and fixed bugs and all that. So
Yeah.
it's obviously in a better place now. And with the sequel coming out, that's just another opportunity to fill out that platform with more different dinosaurs, aquatic based dinosaurs or park features, things like that. So
I
think
didn't play the first one. I think I saw that it's on Game Pass though. Like, would you
Yeah.
recommend it?
Yep.
yeah, especially for Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh yeah.
I know I bought
Is
it
it
for
on
like,
PC Game Pass? Do we know?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I'm gonna go
Not
look it up.
sure.
I know I
I'm
bought
gonna
it
pull it up right now.
on
I'm on my
PS4 when I was on a sale. Like I think it was like 10 or $15, and I played it for probably about 3-4 hours. I want to say, and I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
And then I'll end on one quick note of they did show a trailer for Warzone Season 4, which is already out now, and Warzone's in a pretty good place in terms of weapon balancing, adding new map changes and meta updates, so that it's not like in January there's like a super overpowered gun that was just everyone was using it. So it's in a good place right now. It's pretty fun to play, and yeah, they're changing it up on a pretty frequent basis, which is awesome.
nice.
Like that, like to see that.
I uninstalled it because it was taking up too much
Same
room on
here.
my PS5.
I installed it forever ago. And
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
big game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Ubisoft. Now, Chris, I know you liked a particular game there, Riders Republic.
Yeah, dude, Riders Republic looks sick as shit.
Mhm.
I can't wait, man. I love extreme sports. Like I just really like that sort of thing. And the idea of taking it reminds me a lot of Steep, which I believe was also a Ubisoft game.
I think so. Yeah.
But then like doing this thing is like, hey, it's gonna be like multiplayer. There's tons of different sports and events and all this kind of stuff. There's snowboarding, mountain biking. There's that one dude that was on a tricycle with a card attached to the back of it, like wingsuits. There's jetpacks and just the whole vibe of it. Yeah, just the whole vibe of it sounds really really cool. They got like the Red Bull deal is in there, and so which is an actual like a BMX event that happens and like all kinds of stuff. Like it looks right up my alley. The concept is great. I'm hoping that it doesn't just kind of come and go. But I mean, even if I play it for like 2 months, that still kind of feels worth to me. And, and so yeah, I just think it just looks like fun, and it comes out soon.
It's like
I'm
late
stoked
August?
on that game. Yeah, it feels like the perfect summer game too. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just got that vibe to it.
Like Forza Horizon, but extreme sports.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And I mean, what's cooler than that, really, when you think about it? You know.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think another big thing that a lot of us popped for that was on that Reacts was the Far Cry 6 season pass expansion that you could play as all the villains. Because like,
oh yeah,
what the heck was that? Like,
that looks so cool.
And
I'm assuming that it's not just that they're not going to drop like the entire open worlds of 3, 4, and 5 into 6. I assume it's going to be like a linear thing, but the idea of like playing as Voss or
episodic kind of thing, like kind of like chunks of the map, not necessarily the entire map.
Exactly.
Yeah. Far Cry pretty like well known for putting out like a solid game and then having a nice like season of DLC after the fact. Like 5, I think you had some alien stuff, Vietnam stuff, and some zombie stuff to wrap that all up in a fun little package. And so I think doing a deeper dive into the villains is super interesting. And then of course they do all this, and then they do a little tie-in expansion standalone game. And so I'm definitely excited to see what that's going to be next year. Like they did Primal, Blood Dragon, and New Dawn. I keep wanting to say Until Dawn.
Different game.
yeah. Completely different game. Completely different game. Yeah, and so I just, that'd be so sick. That would be. Now I want this. I want this game now. Oh my god! In the Far Cry universe, I'm throwing C4 blown up Wendigos.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking awesome.
I want this game now. Oh my god. Yeah, but they always just kill it with their like post-launch content, and I'm super excited to see what it is.
That looks
Yeah,
really
they-
stellar. I feel like the more I see that game, the better
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks. Like it just again, that's another game that just looks like fun.
That scene in
Oh,
the
yeah.
boat that they showed at the presentation was like we were all just like stuck on the screen just watching Giancarlo Esposito. Like he just
Right.
Incredible
owns
actor.
those scenes like when he's been in there.
Oh yeah.
Because, and to my knowledge, the other like major villains from the previous games weren't like huge actors, especially not on this level,
Correct.
right? So this is like
Troy
Not
really
to the level of Giancarlo. 4 had Troy Baker.
Yeah.
okay.
And let me tell you the cool part about that game, because you start off like being you were a captive, and
Mhm.
you're breaking. Like he invites you up to dinner and whatnot, and he's like, "Stay right there. I'll be right back." And then you're meant to like break out and escape from that palace. But if you literally sit there, I think it's like 12 to like 15 minutes, something like crazy long. The
Oh,
game
yeah.
just ends. Like he
Yeah.
comes
Yeah,
back. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
he,
it's right.
he comes back. You go do this thing with him, and then you get credits. Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, you like spread your mother's ashes, and like he fulfills what he promised you instead. But
yeah,
like,
yeah. It turns out like he actually like,
Oh, yeah.
he's like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and it's set up to where you kind of don't believe him. It feels nefarious, but then like yeah, if you actually wait like 20, 15 minutes, whatever
Oh,
it
yeah.
is, like you go do that and you get credits, you get an achievement for it. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah. Instead, you play 30 hours and incite a civil war in that fictional country of Nepal. And so it's kind of like it's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. But I just like they had all those games on sale for like $27 for like the classic Far Cry 3, 4, and 5 edition, and I bought them all on Xbox, and I'm
nice.
excited to replay them
Absolutely.
before 6. I also got Blood Dragon for $2.50, which
Nice.
feels like a steal. And they also hinted at like a remaster of that
yeah.
at the
They
end
didn't
there.
really say it. They just showed the Blood Dragon logo and said nothing
Yeah.
about it. And I was like, what? What is it?
Mhm.
I take that over more Trials of the Blood Dragon because
Ugh.
that game, yeah, that game was rough.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, shout out to them always having at least one shot of the Dachshund chorizo in every
Oh,
trailer.
yeah. No.
Oh yeah,
And I think the other big one from Ubisoft was the Mario and Rabbids sequel, Sparks
Yeah.
of Hope.
I'm
Very
really excited to play that just because the whole concept. I like. Did you guys play the first one?
Yeah.
Mhm.
no,
I mean, just like the concept of
Babies
enough.
for
It's like,
XCOM.
hey, what if we did Mario and Rabbids and then made it XCOM? Like, it's such a strange idea, but then had like fantastic like characters and writing and atmosphere and graphics. Like, it's still one of the better looking games on the Switch, and
Oh,
it came
yeah.
out pretty early on in its life cycle.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And this one looks
and it-
amazing. And it's,
this
granted,
looks
it's only
very
alpha,
good.
but still. It's got
It
to be
looks
Switch
really,
Pro.
really
It's
good.
got to be running on Switch Pro.
I don't think that exists. Still, I'm holding to it. But yeah, that game just looks like fun, man. I'm excited about that.
Well, then the
About
cool thing
that.
that they're changing about it is it's not just like the tile base like it was in the first one. It's like you just get
Yeah.
an area to move around in.
Which is super cool.
oh yeah,
I think that's gonna make for some really, really interesting map design.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
There's a report too that the team for this sequel is going to be like 300 people or something.
What?
That's compared to
Oh my
100
God.
for the first game. So this game really, I think, is going to be massive. Like it's going to be just incredible on every level. So
Maybe I should finish that.
big things.
The first
Yeah,
one.
and the Donkey Kong DLC too is amazing for the first game. So
I didn't play
Yeah.
that. I need to go back and do that.
Right.
Did we want to bring up the Avatar
I
game
was
as
gonna,
well?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say, they ended off on a super beloved sci-fi franchise that Massive is making a game for, and it's Avatar,
Is it a
and not
Massive
Star
game?
Wars.
Yeah.
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 So I feel like
Really?
they showed Massive. Yeah, they showed Massive, and I was like, oh, they just announced they were doing Star Wars. Like, maybe we get just some concept art. And it was Avatar, and that CG trailer like put me to sleep. I could not care less about the Avatar universe. I'm sorry.
Here's
But,
the thing.
that's just-
You're not alone. Like, I mean,
Mm.
Give me the thing,
Who gives
Brett. Give me
a
the thing.
So my take on this is that sure, yeah, the movie like isn't the best in terms of the storytelling, but the world building I felt was pretty strong and compelling and visually beautiful. And so those two things are super easy to transfer over to the game. And if you get a typical video game story for this game, it's still going to be better than the movie. So
easy.
The only big thing is what's the gameplay look like and what's the gameplay loop. If those things are strong, I think it's going to be a pretty decent game.
No mention of unobtainium.
The only thing they've said about the game is that it is a prequel.
Yes.
Right. To the movie, so there very well could be some unobtainium shit going on.
True.
Because that's the whole reason that humans are on Pandora.
Right.
But yeah, I'm right there with you, Brett. Like I think about visiting like the Pandora section of like Animal Kingdom at Disney World. You know, it's like I don't give a fuck about it. I don't give a fuck about Avatar, but wow, that part of the park is incredible, dude. It's so cool. And so yeah, the aesthetic of Avatar I've always felt was really, really cool. It's just a shame that the movie is dog shit. And so I saw it a couple years ago again for whatever reason, not to. And I literally sat there. I was thinking, I was like, this would be way better as like a video game. Like it just would. Like can you imagine like running around as one of the Neytiri or whatever? That's exactly what you're doing in this game. So I think it was a miss to not show any gameplay just because because people are so skeptical of the Avatar universe. I think you gotta come on strong, and they were just kind of like, hey, we're making an Avatar game, and that's it. Yeah. So I hope it's good. I never want a video game to be bad, but I mean, you know, it is Avatar all the same, and Ubisoft.
And didn't Ubisoft do the first tie-in game, like way back in 2010? Wasn't that?
I don't know.
I feel like for some reason
I'll look it up real fast.
Sounds like a Sega thing that they would have done back then.
No, just imagine you saw them get on like the weird like dragon things where they connect the hair to. Imagine on the DualSense when you. Little hair things.
It was Ubisoft. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Ubisoft. Yeah, it was.
Damn. James Cameron just in bed with Ubisoft.
This one was Game Loft.
Damn.
Okay.
Rough.
So next up, we have Devolver Digital, which is a little bit shorter of a conference, only about a half hour, 40 minutes, I want to say. Not too many games because Devolver's known for their over-the-top craziness, but the few games they did show, I really did like. The two that stood out to me was Phantom Abyss, which is like Indiana Jones Fall Guys, and that's out in early access, so we can actually play that now. And then the other one was Death's Door.
What?
Phantom Abyss, yes, it's out on Steam.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've been seeing people stream that, and it looks so fascinating because it's like a 3D temple run. Kind of game, and but yeah, that whole first person perspective completely transforms that kind of gameplay experience. So,
but it's also still a race, which is really, really cool.
You're racing against the people's past selves, and that's
yeah.
You're not, But yeah, so the other one was Death's Door, which kind of that like almost Hades style, kind of like isometric kind of looking game, which looked really cool.
Right.
Now, Chris, you had one that you were.
It was Phantom Abyss.
Oh, Phantom Abyss. Okay.
Yeah, it was Phantom Abyss. Just the whole concept for that is awesome.
And then the other one that looked interesting was like that kind of samurai looking game. I can't remember the name of it. Let me quick look it up. So you want to vamp for a little bit.
I didn't see the Devolver conference, so I missed most of those announcements. But I'm always down for more samurai. Again, just give me more samurai video games.
Oh yeah,
just put more samurai in video games. I mean, it's like Halo clearly got the memo. We got the Yoroi armor. Sony's out here. They're like, "Yo, Ghost of Tsushima director's cut," and I have to know what that means. Is that just like a couple additional missions? Like, is it a full expansion? Like, give me something. Like, if it's just hey, like a like a director's cut where they tweak some things. Like, I don't want that. What's it called?
Trek to Yomi. TREK.
Trek to Yomi.
Yeah. It's a side-scrolling action-adventure game set against a samurai-inspired backdrop. Playing as a young swordsman named Corey, players must voyage beyond life and death in order to progress.
Oh, dude, it looks like a Kurosawa film, too.
Yeah.
They got the film grain, black and white. I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
Coming 2022.
Cinematic. Give me the gameplay. This looks dope. I'm on board.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Austin was
Again.
a fan of that one too.
Make more
Right.
samurai games. Just do it. This is cool.
Oh yeah.
Do more of this. I'm pointing at my other monitor. I'm watching the trailer.
One quick thing we did forget to mention in the Summer Games Fest, the Weezer concert.
Yeah. It was a performance.
Uh-huh.
It was.
a decent
I wish
song,
they
I
would have
liked
like. Yeah, I wish-
Weezer definitely came out and played music.
Yep.
Yes.
That is what happened.
Yeah.
That's
I wish we
really-
would have got like a classic though. Like instead.
Well,
of
I
a new
mean, because
song.
it was
to
for
promote Wave Break, I think it
Wave
is.
Break.
Yeah.
Which, if you guys are interested in learning anything at all, Wave Break, youtube.com, RoboPack92. I got a pack chat video where I gave my first impressions on it, baby.
It's real good.
Ooh.
Did it have Weezer in it?
It did actually. Like the
Damn.
song that they played is in the game. That's why they did that.
Okay.
They wrote
Did you
it
play Pac-Man?
specifically for Wave Break.
And it's also DMCA free. So you can
Yep.
Right.
Nice. There you go.
Put it in the pack chat.
Mm-hmm. All right, next after Devolver. So that was everything we react to on Saturday. So next Sunday, we got the big dog. Microsoft
Yeah.
and Bethesda.
Let's go.
So
We're gonna have to run through this because everything they
Exactly.
showed looked awesome.
Exactly. Literally 27 of the 30 games they showed are coming to Game Pass. And the 3 is
Oh, yeah.
Far Cry 6, Diablo 2,
Battlefield.
and Battlefield. Literally
Right.
those like 3 games that make sense not to be
talk
on Game
about-
Pass.
Talking about fucking big dick swinging though, where they're like, "Yo, here's 80 games, 90 of them are on Game Pass." Like it's like, oh my
Starting off
god,
with
like day one, like
Starting off with Starfield. Release
Mhm.
date.
Right.
what a cool
Hard-
way that they
hard
showed
date.
the release date.
A hard date too,
Oh.
not just like a year or
A month.
Right.
Yeah.
a day.
And again,
Yeah.
in another just huge slong whipping around, right? They're like Xbox exclusive, big bold letters.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Gotta flex a little bit.
Mhm. And then another, I mean, obviously Halo. Can't wait to play that.
Mhm.
Gonna be
Let's go,
replaying
man.
through everything. So, because I haven't played anything from 3 and on. So,
Ooh.
Dude, I
Oh, I
haven't
can't wait.
finished. I haven't finished the first 2 campaigns in the Master Chief Collection. I'll jump on and play that with you co-op if you want.
yes, let's go.
I got you. I
I,
got you.
I want to hear your thoughts on 4, Albob, because
Okay.
I like
Four's
it,
great.
but I like it a lot. But I know it's not everyone's favorite or everyone likes it.
Mhm.
But I
You're-
Four had a great campaign, I thought.
You're literally in a Discord call with 2 dudes who absolutely fucking love Halo 4 right now.
I know. I'm just.
Be wary of what
I'm
you
a
say.
huge Halo 4 stan.
yeah, exactly.
We
Like-
played it for a couple hours yesterday.
Yeah. The week
Yeah.
before that.
Then, quick running through, we got a way too long trailer for Stalker 2.
Yeah, in which
It was
I
like 3 minutes.
I was like watching back bits and pieces of that, and I got a glimpse. Caught a glimpse of that, and I was like, "Man, did they just straight up announce another Metro game here? Like, oh my god!" And then it was like Stalker 2, and I was like, "Oh fuck,
Mhm.
never mind."
I think
That
in
goes
the
back.
reaction trailer, they're like Stalker 2, and I was like, I never heard of Stalker 1.
Yeah.
Never heard of that in my life. I still don't know what it is.
Mhm. Then, from now on, we're not fans of Steely Dan here on Waypoint because they got us with a Contraband trailer.
Wow.
What song was it? Reeling in the Years?
Whatever song was in the Contraband trailer, I don't remember which one.
I don't think it was Reeling in the Years. So I was still staying Steely Dan, but fuck Contraband. I ain't playing it.
Josh stands the Dan.
Oh yeah.
Then probably the other biggest one that, aside from Forza Horizon 5, which we'll get to that, Sea of Thieves: A Pirate's Life.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I've been
I
playing
saw-
that. It's a lot of fun.
I need
Yeah.
to download that.
I just
I played it multiple times, and I still haven't made it past the first mission because I keep playing it with like different people.
Mm.
yeah.
You keep getting caught.
So I get to Jack Sparrow, and then it is. I have no idea what happens to the rest of it.
Well, there's a holiday weekend coming up, so
yeah,
yeah.
ooh.
It got me to reinstall it. I reinstalled it yesterday in anticipation of playing playing through it.
Get in.
So
If I could take a quick sidebar as well, the as of yesterday, the 28th, xCloud has now moved into beta on all platforms, and or open beta on all platforms rather. And I was actually messing around. The very first like test run that I did of it was Sea of Thieves. I played it on my phone. I don't recommend it with touch controls. Like, definitely get yourself a controller if you can. But it's really interesting. I pulled it up during my downtime at work today on my laptop and brought a bunch of my coworkers, and I was like, "Yo, look what I'm doing right now." And they were like, "I gotta get Game Pass." I was like, "Yeah, it actually works like surprisingly well. Some latency issues here and there, but I think it was fun. You definitely need like really good internet for it, though.
Yeah,
you need really good internet for it, though.
When I tried out the alpha, I think it was last year, I was like in South Padre Island in this like random condo, and I played Halo Reach, and it actually wasn't half bad. And so I was like, even back then at that stage of the technology, and I know they just upgraded a lot of their servers to Series X hardware, but even on that older version of it, still was like confident. Like, I still like was able to like kind of play Halo the way I typically play it. So
yeah, I played some Reach today. I played a little bit of Banjo Kazooie was on it, and I played some Banjo Kazooie.
Nice.
Yeah,
I know. I played because they actually rolled out that beta through the browser. That I played MLB The Show on that. It wasn't awful. It wasn't awful, but there's like, again, like Chris was saying, a little bit of latency.
Yeah,
because for whatever reason you can't have they want you to connect your controller over Bluetooth. You can't have it wired.
Yeah,
which is so weird. I don't understand that.
If you do it on like on PC, you can plug in the controller, but if you do it mobile, it's gotta be.
Unless
I did
it's
it
a
today.
new thing. Unless you because when I was still in the beta, it had to be Bluetooth. Like, I literally had it plugged into my PC, and it was like, no, Bluetooth.
Yeah, on PC so you can plug it in now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll have to give that a try then. Let's see.
I'm gonna put down a note to play the show. I forgot about that.
12 Minutes got a release date, August 19th.
Looks great.
Can't wait to play that.
I know Austin shit his pants when the trailer for that came up. He's very excited about that game.
But then the real thing he did that for was the Fallout 76 expansion, The Pit.
Pit.
Man! If you haven't seen that video, you need to go watch it.
I think that's still our highest. I think that's our highest viewed TikTok so far.
Yeah, I think it's
just Austin's dreams getting crushed in real time.
Exactly. We got Hades coming to Game Pass.
Then that one dude comments is like, "You guys don't know anything about Fallout." I still want to make that our Twitter banner.
I'm a Pip-Boy, dude. Come on. I know all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, Hades on Game Pass is great. Yeah, it's already on xCloud, I might add.
Oh.
It's out there today.
But no cross save between PlayStation and Xbox and PC, so gotta start all over, unfortunately.
Damn.
Boo. I'll do it again, I don't care.
Chris, and I don't know if anybody else likes snowboarding, but shredders.
Shredders look sick. Again, extreme sports, and they're doing like the skate thing to where it's like, hey, we're trying to make like a more like realistic, like grounded simi kind of game rather than like arcade over the top SSX, which I also like. SSX is a great video game series, but yeah, what we saw looked really, really cool. Graphically is a little underwhelming. I think it kind of looked like an Xbox One game, but I mean, if it plays well, I'm not gonna care. Like,
exactly,
like it's gonna be on Game Pass, so I'm not paying for it. Like, and then I had heard somewhere, and I could be wrong about this, that like if we wanted to buy it, I think they might be selling it for like $40. So I expect it to be like kind of like a smaller scale game too, which is cool. But yeah, it just looks rad. The whole aesthetic of it is really, really great too. I'm a huge fan of like the different typefaces that they used for the logo at the end. Like flash between them. Like, although that was really, really sick, and yeah, it just looked cool. Can't wait to shred.
Which
I know pair up the powder, baby.
I know you were saying that if Riders Republic gets you through a couple months, that's going to put you right in time for Shredders.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
Because that comes out in December.
If you like extreme sports, you're eating good this year, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm super stoked to get into shredders though. I love the buy riders for riders. Like fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
The music in that trailer was what like totally sold it for me. Plus the fact that it's on Game Pass, and I watched along with Snowbike Mike, and he was pretty hyped for that game. And
I was very hyped. Yeah.
Oh yeah, ramped up my hype.
We're absolutely gonna stream that Twitch.tv RoboPack92.
Oh, yeah.
We're 100% streaming that game coming out. If it has co-op, we should all hit the slopes together. You know what I mean?
Fun.
Dude, I'd be down.
You know, another game that'd be fun to hang out in, Forza Horizon 5.
Ah!
Which, when they were just starting that trailer, they're just showing like the landscapes of Mexico and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That looked lifelike. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
I have some information about that. I found out how they did it.
Oh,
or what they've done for the environments. It's actually the same process that they did for the environments in the first EA Battlefront game, which is the photogrammetry, to where they actually went out took like millions of pictures and scanned them into the game, like and mapped it out that way, which is why like the first Battlefront actually looks better than the second one, or at least like the environments and stuff do, is because they went a little harder on it. And so yeah, it's extremely similar technology that they're using for Forza, which clearly paid off because wow, dude. And anytime that like the camera like wasn't behind a car, I was like, this looks lifelike. Like it's crazy. It's just gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun to just chill, drive around in.
Yeah, 3 and 4 were great games. I didn't play the first two, but I played 3 and 4, and they're both excellent. I'm still playing 4. I got a couple buddies to go drop into that, and so that's been a good time. I've got this rose gold Lamborghini like Huracan. Oh,
damn,
sick, dude.
Damn,
whipping the Lambo out, baby.
Noise. And then probably the last thing, second to last thing they announced, we have Redfall, which is from Arcane. So after Deathloop this fall, we're getting that next year, I think it was, or did they not have a release date?
I don't know.
I don't know if they said. I think they might have said next year.
Summer 2022.
There you go.
Yep. Sorry, I just need to read a little further down.
I'm excited to see gameplay, but the aesthetic of it is very, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which and I mean, of course it is. It's Arcane. Like they don't miss in terms of art design, like
art style. Like
right. Yeah.
Like kind of like the documentary kind of thing.
Abilities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Super.
Plus that one dude had a launcher that was just like firing wooden stakes out of it. Like, it just looks fun, man.
Then they had a gun that was just sunlight.
Yeah, that's right. There's one that was sunlight, and then there's the chick with like the telekinesis powers or whatever it was. Just my favorite moment in that whole trailer is where all 4 of them were walking up to the thing, and she's like reloading her shotgun by like using the telekinesis to move the bullets into it, and then cock it. I was like, yeah, dude, let's go, let's go. Yeah. I hope that's actually in the game. Like that better be like her actual reload animation, like similar to like the Reaver Vandal in Valorant.
Right.
So that's and of course they ended up with the mini fridge is a thing.
I'm buying one.
Right.
Wait, we're missing one thing. Outer Worlds 2.
Oh yeah.
That was hype, man.
Yeah. I played Outer Worlds 1.
It's so good. If you like Fallout, then I think you'd like Outer Worlds.
The biggest thing about Outer Worlds that succeeded was its storytelling, in my opinion, and the world building.
Because it's Obsidian, right?
Yeah. And
I need to give it a shot.
The only thing that was like,
is it really?
Yeah, it's Microsoft.
Is it on PC Game Pass?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, there you go.
I have it installed right now.
I did not.
You won't get the DLCs though. You have to pay for the DLCs, but yeah,
I'll live.
But the only thing that was like a detractor, so to speak, was that the scale of the game was just not as big as like Fallout 3 or New Vegas or 4. And now they got the cash money from Bill himself, so I'm expecting Outer Worlds 2 to like. I'm expecting Outer Worlds 2 to be like 10 times bigger and everything.
Honestly,
they're like, please, Mr. Gates.
See, for me, I actually didn't mind the smaller size of Outer Worlds.
No, not me. Yeah, me. So I was the same way. I love that it was a more condensed kind of version of that style of game.
Plus, you got more character interaction. Like, man, interaction you get with Pavardi is just amazing.
She's the best. Yeah.
She's the best.
Party Patil from Harry Potter. That Pavarti. Oh,
No.
damn.
Ashley Birch voices her. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. You sold me.
Yeah. It's really
Oh
good
yeah,
game.
and speaking of Ashley Birch, we forgot one of the other things from the Ubisoft, which was that was when they dropped the first few episodes of season 2 of Mythic Quest, which Ashley Birch is in that game. Is in that show.
Oh.
Yeah, she's actually like one of the main characters on it.
My roommate just got an Apple TV, so we got Apple TV Plus for a year.
Oh,
So I get to watch
Ooh.
Ted Lasso.
Yeah,
Okay,
baby.
dude. Season 2, month away.
Can't wait.
Definitely watch Mythic Quest also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I might have to dive into that.
Okay.
It's
so
very good.
next we get Square Enix, which
Guardians of the
one
Galaxy.
One thing, yeah.
yes, that's what I
One
was just
thing and
gonna
one
say.
thing only.
Yep.
Yeah. In which I went back, watched that trailer with Holding Out for a Hero. My
So
God,
much better.
made
So much
that
better.
1,000 times better. I already liked it, especially with the generic rock music. Like I was like, okay,
Mhm.
this is serviceable. But holy shit, that blew me out of the water
Yeah.
with
Oh, yeah.
with
Way
this song.
better.
Oh my God.
I need
Yeah.
a hero.
Yes.
That game being announced was unexpected, right? Like I know there
Yeah.
had been a rumor of this Guardians of the Galaxy game like 7 years ago or something like that, but
Mhm.
I did not expect this game to show up, let
Yeah.
alone a Square
Especially, doesn't
Enix
it drop in like
version.
August or something?
October.
October,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Stupid
26.
soon.
It's imminent. Yeah.
Yeah. We got that kind of news alongside Avengers that Eidos Montreal was working on it, but as soon as Avengers showed, they said in collaboration with Eidos Montreal, and I feel like we all kind of, at least for me, I just thought it got sucked into Avengers, right? Especially with like the
Yeah, I remember
cosmic
that.
outfit being in the trailers for Iron Man. I was like, all right, well, we're going to space. Didn't think we'd go to space for the reason we did in the game, and I thought maybe we'd go be meeting the Guardians. So yeah, super kind of out of left field that game was still alive, and I like how it focused it is, because I was thinking like, do you switch between different characters, or do you play as different characters during the moment? I like the idea of just picking up and playing as Star-Lord, very similar to Telltale's Guardians,
Mm-hmm.
which very
Never
underrated that game
Never
is.
actually played that one.
I recommend
Still need
it.
to get
I
into that
recommend it.
Yeah, for me too, with the Guardians reveal, there was a brief moment of where it hit me where I was like, oh man, it's not the MCU, but and after looking at the MCU skins coming to the Marvel's Avengers game, it just hit me of like, okay, like especially with the comic book origins, like so many times the iterations of these characters change, so we don't
Right.
need
Mhm.
the same copy in every different storytelling story that they're
Mhm.
going to tell. So
Yeah.
I love the new vibe of this edition of the Guardians. They all look amazing to me. I love Rocket's little like beard goatee thing he's got
Absolutely,
going.
man. Absolutely.
Yes.
I like the gameplay loop. It looks like a fun third person action game. I like the
What
kind of
what a great choice to make it a like single player, like you
Where you
play
command
as
them.
Quill.
Yeah.
yeah.
You play as Quill and that's it. Like,
And-
Right.
I actually really dig that, and it's all based off of like I'm assuming that the story is probably going to have some kind of twists and turns depending on the relationships that you have with the rest of the crew, and so that's a brilliant idea.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can make
choices, and then I don't know if this is from something we said on ours, or if I remember listening to Kind of Funnies, but saying that the fact that there might be aspects where Guardians could leave, if
Yeah.
they're not treating them
Which-
right.
Which
Well,
does
that definitely happened in the Telltale games.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was
then
mentioning that.
that's
that
what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, by the end of episode 3 of the Telltale, or the second to last episode, I had the entire team disband, and my like episode
Okay, that's what
5
I'm
or whatever,
remembering
I had to put the Guardians back together, and it
You
was
getting
like,
the band back together.
yeah, and which it was sick. And if it happens in this game too, that'd be awesome. I was replaying Marvel's Spider-Man remastered.
Nice.
And there is a prisoner inmate model, and I want you guys to go track this down. In the scene where Miles Morales like gets the medication and like punches one of them, like during the outbreak, There's a guy with slicked back hair, looks literally just like this Quill. Like they literally just took the character model from Spider-Man Miles Morales and just made their Star-Lord based off of him.
That's funny.
And it's uncanny now. I can't unsee it. He looks like one of the inmate models from Spider-Man.
That's hilarious, and I love it.
It's all
I'm
connected.
all about it. Game looks sick though. I can't wait to play it. Like that's just gonna be rad.
Like the cool that you can like command, even though it's single player, you can still like command the other Guardians. It's awesome.
Reminded me a lot of Ultimate Alliance 3 on Switch, to where you could do like team up attacks and stuff, and so it just kind of looks like a different version of that.
Or Mass Effect too, with like the whole combat wheel. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So
even if it doesn't necessarily like affect like the actual like story of it, I just like the way that they showed like the different ways, like even just like the mission structure can change depending on like the conversations that you take, and so that I think is cool enough in itself, and then if there are like
so much replayability,
like Mass Effect style like ramifications to the actual story of it, I think it'll be interesting to see where that goes, but it's just great concepts.
Oh yeah. Also, super excited for the Marvel Legends and all the toys. They're just gonna come out and be based off this.
Hell yeah, dude!
This video game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna need that rocket.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm gonna need that rocket,
Rocket.
sure.
Groot looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
He's like armored and shit.
Yeah.
And I just, people are kind of clowning on some of the designs. I was like, a lot of them look like they're comic ones, and outside of really like Quill, who definitely looks very MCU inspired. But at the end of that, they also did show off like a couple like alt costumes and stuff that were ripped straight out of the comics for Quill as well. So that also confirms that. I mean, there's some like cosmetics and customization there too, which is exciting. I love unlocking new suits in superhero games, man. That's just great.
Oh yeah.
I dropped the money for an MCU Star-Lord skin.
Oh
for
man.
Sure. Oh yeah.
They gotta do it. They gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. Or the all red from the end of Guardians 1.
Oh, that'd be sick too.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Yeah. So a couple other just quick mentions. Like they had the Life is Strange stuff. They had some weird mobile game stuff. But then they ended the conference with Final Fantasy Origins. Strangers
Here to kill
Paradise.
chaos.
Yeah. Which I just wanted to mention that I have the demo downloaded. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. So on the PS5.
Did you download the busted version or the version?
I downloaded it a few days earlier this week. So last week, sorry. So it should be the fixed version, I think.
Look, memes and silly character design aside, I've heard the actual gameplay is really good.
Yeah.
It's like a Devil May Cry like character action kind of game, which I'm a huge fan of that genre, and so I think I'm gonna play it. It's gonna be stupid, and I'm gonna play it because it's it's done by oh no, I can't remember his name now. It's the guy that directed the Kingdom Hearts games. Tetsuya Nomura. Yeah, it's a Nomura game. So you know that the plot is going to be batshit crazy. And I'm here for it.
I mean, you're fighting chaos.
Who is a character from early Final Fantasy games?
Take a shot every time he says chaos.
Right.
It's a lot.
Even trailer alone.
In like 3 minutes, he says it like 12 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one more weird thing from because we watched the DMCA safe or copyright safe presentation.
We sure did.
No music in that trailer.
No, like the fact that they didn't replace it, they just like, nope, we're taking it out. Like,
yeah, they just took it out. There's zero.
Like, at least put something in there, so then we're not just sitting there like, well, this is not for us.
They said nah.
Like literally, if I remember, I think because I went back and watched Kind of Funny's reaction, and they literally just switched midstream to the copyright music. Yeah.
It's worth taking the hit, honestly.
Yeah.
So next, I know I wasn't on this one personally, but you guys did Capcom.
Real quick.
What a huge fucking waste of time Capcom was.
Can we talk about the Black Panther DLC trailer for Marvel's Avengers?
Oh yeah,
that game's dead.
That looked good.
So I haven't played Avengers since I got the platinum a few months ago, and this will be my last test to see if I'm going to stick with it like long term, because they've recently updated like their like calendar of what they're updating throughout the game. They're making changes like multiple characters will be permanent, which will be great when Black Panther comes out. So there will be 4 Black Panthers running around.
Right.
But that's necessary for like queuing up. Otherwise, no one will play.
Right.
And they're making continued changes with like the loot and power balancing and that. So yeah, if the story is great for this Black Panther DLC, then I think it could get me to at least play it for another month or two with that content. So and it looked cool. The suit design looked great. So it looks interesting so far. We'll just have to see when it comes out. I think in August. I think it's soon. It's August.
They didn't say the release date in the presentation, but apparently they released like a blog, something or another, like during that had the release date.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
like, yeah. If you guys already knew it,
you had so many eyes on the presentation. Why not just have it in there?
Yeah, they're missing with that game. Chris already kind of really perfectly summed it up with Capcom. What a huge fucking waste. There was nothing there that couldn't
I mean, two of the 3 things that they showed off were games that were already out.
Yeah, 100%. And it honestly could have just been
here's Monster Hunter World, here's Resident Evil 8, and
it wasn't.
We've seen these already.
It wasn't even that. Like it was literally just 30 seconds of the director of RE8 saying there's content coming, and it's like, you guys have been putting out games annually like the past 3 years now. Obviously, there's content coming. There's like stuff for 7. There's stuff for 2. I was hoping for at least a roadmap and some hints at what the content was going to be, and they couldn't even deliver that. It was literally just, there's more content coming, and it's like, come on, y'all. Obviously, and so that kind of nailed was the final nail in the coffin for me, that Capcom is only going to be worth something at other people's conferences, whether it's Resident Evil at PlayStation or Devil May Cry at Xbox. They will only be worth something there, and anytime they do their own stuff, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
Yeah, I think that's what we learned with this E3, is that not every publisher needs their own conference. With them,
no kidding.
Gearbox, and what was the other one, like Koch Media, that was 2 hours of no gameplay.
Right.
I didn't watch it, I just heard how awful it was.
Oh yeah.
When Kind of Funny announced her video, don't watch this. I just said it all.
They titled it, don't watch this. That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, Snowbike Mike in the red, bold text, awful, some shit's going on.
That's the best. At least that was on a, it's like The Room, right? It's so horrific. It's actually there's a redeeming value to it in a weird way. So.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Finally, we got Nintendo. The ones that saved E3 in some people's eyes. Even though Xbox had an S-tier conference.
Oh yeah.
I'm playing Kazuya and Smash right now.
Oh yeah, I saw the thing that just dropped.
Yeah.
For me, this was the best conference. I know Xbox had a lot of great stuff, especially in terms of the value add of Game Pass. But it just from my personal gaming history, announcing a Metroid game that's a sequel to a game that's 20 years old. I was talking.
So cool.
I was like, yeah. When Metroid 4 came out, I was 9. So this is massive. Mario Party 1 through 3 remake, incredible.
Yes.
I played this
bullshit
for hundreds of hours when I was a kid. Advance Wars remake, played those all the time as a kid.
Cannot wait for that, dude. It was one of my first games on GBA. I'm just so excited on that one.
Super Monkey Ball remake, played those all the time at friends' houses.
Right. Quick aside about that. I hate the tease they did with all the bananas and the
they knew what they were doing.
Come
100%.
on. That's DK something.
I know. And then
it's dirty with that.
a new WarioWare game,
right.
Played those all the time as a kid,
very excited about
so many iterations of WarioWare.
I played the one on the DS a ton.
Dude, Touch is my favorite one.
Touch is incredible. There's Twisted, the OG. Game and Wario on Wii U is like it might be the best Wii U game. Like the way it uses the gamepad is like incredible.
Right.
Yeah, so all those, let alone like other stuff they showed, like Kazuya, and then obviously Zelda at the end.
That meme of him just chucking characters off the cliff.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Also, shout out to India, the breakdown video that the sucker did for him yesterday. When he fought, because he always does a thing where he'll fight like CPUs to kind of show off the character in action. Yep. He fought all of the characters that Kazuya throws off in the trailer.
That's awesome.
Albob, so they kind of showed a little thing for Shin Megami Tensei 5, and it looks very Persona-y. So I don't know if that's
Same
on
company.
the radar.
So Persona is a kind of a spin-off of the Shin Megami Tensei.
Right. Yeah. Is this game on your radar at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn.
Ruthless. I wasn't expecting that. Damn.
I mean, personally, it's just because the thing that got me into Persona, specifically Persona 5, was just that game. I say this all the time. That game just oozes style. Right. Whereas I just wasn't quite getting that with that. Like, you know, it's Persona is just anime goodness.
Yeah. Right.
Whereas this is just like, I don't know, just way too on the serious side. You know, Persona. Yeah. So just not my cup of tea. But I can't wait for Advance Wars because I spent so much time with those two games.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be so fucking sick. I'm so stoked on it.
I've always. Oh, sorry.
You
Go ahead.
can create your because I spent a lot of time just creating my own maps, and they're bringing that part back too. Like, there's gonna be so many creative maps that people can play if we can like download people's.
Yeah. This is gonna be so fascinating because I was always of the belief that Advance Wars was better than Fire Emblem in terms of like the aesthetic.
And you would be correct.
And the storytelling and the game, like the gameplay just felt better to me.
Especially because in recent Fire Emblem games too, they've just they've leaned super hard in like this weird like anime dating sim direction, and so like Advance Wars is just straight tactical goodness.
So the reason they did that is because of the amazing mechanic they had in Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Because that one, for people that don't know, is there was this crazy like time loop paradox thing where basically two characters, you would have them, you know, romance each other and whatnot. Then their kid would, you'd have to go to this event where their kid would pop up, and then you could get them to join you. Well, then now because so many people love that mechanic, they're trying to incorporate similar aspects of it into future Fire Emblem games, and that's just, it just hasn't quite worked out since then.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that when Fire Emblem exploded with Awakening, that fan base that loves Fire Emblem and that style of game will hopefully translate back to Advance Wars.
I'd love to see a new game.
I would love to see a new game, and now that they did 1 and 2 remake, I would love to see a Dual Strike remake because Dual Strike is arguably the best one.
So how do you think they do that on a single screen?
You could just incorporate from what I remember with
tag team. It was like because the bottom screen was.
That's fair. Well, that's fair. You didn't use the bottom screen
maps, so
yeah. From what I remember, it was just extended map, and then like the top would show information, and the bottom would show the actual map, and you could just like instead of that being top like that with like the DS,
side to side,
split, make it widescreen and incorporate all those elements on the rest of the screen.
The coolest part of Dual Strike was the tag team power ups.
Oh my gosh, so many combinations!
Like one of the coolest combinations. And this is one that like they did stock in the game. So one of the characters, his name is Olaf. I can't remember I think it was Blue Moon. I think was theirs.
Blue Moon, yeah.
Yeah, and great.
No, that's the beer. Was it Blue Moon?
Yeah, Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Olaf, his power is basically to make it blizzard, and then so that all the enemies have reduced visibility, and then they can't move as far either. But then another Blue Moon operative was Grit, which his special was to basically give all the ranged units an insane amount of range. So you put their tag team together, and their power was basically make your enemies can't see a thing, but then you can see everything.
It was sick.
So
what a great game.
Yeah, just I'm looking at Advance Wars stuff and I'm like, man, like the art style and all that, it's incredible, and I really hope
the mega tanks.
I really
things look.
I really hope going, and this is a touch on pretty much everything we've already talked about with Nintendo, is like, especially with Metroid, like, there's always been weird hindrances to like Metroid in the past with like Prime being on GameCube and nobody buying the GameCube and all that, and like the Switch is so hot right now that like Metroid Dread could be huge in terms of sales and exposure. Same thing with Advance Wars, the Mario Party remake, WarioWare, like. All these games could just explode, and I got so super excited just thinking about that alone, let alone the game announcements themselves.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously Breath of the Wild 2, like that
Yeah.
trailer looked amazing. And I'm a little excited because there's rumors that it could heavily tie into Skyward Sword. So
Yeah,
Interesting.
mark my words, Skyward Sword, everybody will think it's a good game after this HD remake.
Could be wrong.
Yeah, no. Switch hotness, no motion controls, better visuals slightly. So that, yeah, because vocal minority.
Here's the thing. It's like, sure, like the DUI. This doesn't feel like the time for my Skyward Sword rant. Maybe we could save that for someone else. We'll save that for another time. But the story is dumb. So I'm just throwing that out there.
See,
that's the short version of my rant, I guess. Is the Skyward Sword story is dumb.
See,
I don't like it.
Say for me, that's one of the things I love about the game is I love the story and how Zelda's actually a good character, not just a damsel.
Which is fair. There are a lot of mechanics that started in Skyward Sword that carried over to Breath of the Wild.
Stamina.
The stamina wheel, the sprinting, like a bunch of stuff. But I'm excited for Breath of the Wild 2 because Breath of the Wild is probably my favorite Zelda game ever made. I'm so impressed, man. I still haven't finished it. Like that's how much I've been playing it. Is I'm still not done with it. I refuse. Well, it's like I refuse to go to Ganon's castle until I felt like I've done everything that I want to do in the game. And there's still so much of that game I haven't explored yet. I pulled it up a couple weeks ago and there's just this big like blank spot on the map, and I was like, I've done nothing over there. Oh my god! And so I'm doing that right now. There's a bunch of like shrines and stuff that I didn't do, and just little side quests and stuff. And so I think now though that we at least know it's coming next year. I'm gonna like right before 2 comes out, I'm gonna finish 1 and then jump right into 2, and that's kind of the goal. Maybe I'll do that on stream. That might be fun.
That'd be cool, yeah.
But,
yeah.
And then I was just gonna say one quick thing. Like I watched through the 50-minute frame by frame breakdown that Barrett and Tim did over at Kind of Funny. And
oh shit! I still need to watch that.
It's so good, dude. But they had that part where like they did like the time reversal. Like of the ball going back up the hill, that looked so cool. Like if we can manipulate time,
it looked like a Sheikah Slate ability,
right? Yeah, it's like it's not just stop objects though. It's like it reverses
it.
So if we can legit just do time manipulation in this game,
so cool.
So
cool, and what a cool way to build on what Breath of the Wild 2 is doing. I also want to give a shout out because I was wondering is like if it's a direct sequel, is it going to be the same map? Like how are they going to get around that? Like because
the Sky Islands.
That's part of what makes Breath of the Wild so great is the map. And they're like, hey, half of it's in the air now, and I go, cool. All right, hell yeah, let's go.
Any other final thoughts on E3?
No, I'm done.
yeah, Metroid Dread, man, incredible. Never thought
Dread looks really cool. I'm gonna have to pick up Samus Returns.
Yeah, Samus Returns is great too. So the fact that development team is getting to work on Dread, like they were able to do a pretty great job of
get it right now.
Remaking that game, and they're gonna.
Does that come out this year?
Yeah,
October 8th. Yeah.
Yep. A day after Far Cry 6.
How the shit am I gonna buy and play all these video games?
That's my thought too.
I'm gonna have to make some decisions, bro.
That's I basically saw October 8th for Metroid Dread. It's like, sorry, Far Cry.
Damn.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah, I can't see. I had to buy the freaking. Well, because I was on vacation, so I wasn't like on the ball with like the Wario 64 updates, and so I missed the amiibo. So I had to like make a German Amazon account and buy it
Damn.
on German Amazon Prime. So, but I got it. It's coming. So,
All right.
Nice.
That's all that matters.
So, before we end the episode, we made some picks from all these E3 announcements for our Fantasy Critic League.
oh.
So we're gonna go through.
Bastard stole everything from me.
I know, dude. I couldn't get nothing.
Ooh, Jordan's actually made another move. So he's
Fuck
added
you, Jordan.
Riders Republic and Forza Horizon 5. But since then, he added Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Makes sense.
And
That'll probably
Chris,
review pretty well.
Looks like because you already had Sifu.
Mhm.
So you added Neo: The World Ends with You.
Yes, sir. Which
Oh,
again, they did not show at Square Enix for some fucking reason. It
they
comes
showed
out
like
soon,
what, a
and
5-second clip or something like that.
it was
at the
part
end?
of the montage at the end that also included fucking Final Fantasy 16. Like, why the hell?
Mhm.
Whatever. I do have the demo for World Ends with You right there, baby. I can't wait to play it.
Nice.
I'm going to do that tonight.
Nice. And
Also,
then-
Samus Returns not on the eStore.
Yeah, it's 3DS.
yeah, it's 3DS.
That's why.
That's
I thought it was a Switch game. Where's my 3DS?
that's one thing that like and kind of going off of Square Enix's where they announced all the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters, which look incredible. They look way better than the other versions that have been out.
The iOS ones, yeah.
But they're only on PC and mobile. And
Yeah.
and you go with Metroid and it's like, okay, well if you want to play, Zero Mission and Fusion, you gotta have a Wii U. If you want to play
Emulator.
if you want to play Samus Returns.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me.
Did you watch Rocco Bodie's reaction to that? To the mobile
good.
Steam?
No.
I love it. He's like losing his mind that like his dreams are coming true and all these games are being like pixelated and like remastered. And then it says Steam and mobile and he's defeated.
It just goes. It's like it was like watching Austin find out that it was just like a Fallout 76.
Yeah.
DLC. Like you could see the spirit drain out of his face.
I could see those coming to other platforms eventually, but it'll be a thing where it's like a few years down the line and then it's still full price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, update. Just before we move on to everybody else's E3 editions, we'll update you on some scores too. So Jordan, he got 4 points for Mario Golf Super Rush. So he is at 15 total. Chris, you are at 49 points. Got 14 for RE8. Got 18 for Monster Hunter Rise. And 17 for Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. See, it's paying off now. I had 0 for the longest time, and now all of the ones that I grabbed early on are starting to come out, baby. I played the long game.
Yeah. So I made.
Although I lost the game, though.
I made a few moves, though.
Yeah, you did, you bitch.
I dropped Elden Ring and Life is Strange True Colors, and I picked up Metroid Dread and Rainbow Six Extraction.
You're why I couldn't get Metroid.
I put like a bunch of my last money into that.
Yeah. I want to know the amount. You said you spent a lot. I want to know. I was 20. And I did it at like 1 a.m. And I was like, literally the day of the conference, I was checking that night, nothing. And I was like, I gotta get this. I gotta do it for Brett. Like, Brett's super hyped for it, you know.
Every Saturday is like, I want to say like 8 p.m. Eastern is when around there when he does it. So.
And
I was reminding me, I need to go drop party animals.
And I was just like, you know, Brett didn't get in on this. I gotta get Dread for him.
It doesn't come out until next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Not a surprise.
Why?
Not a surprise, though.
So I'm at I'm at 52 points, 16 for Hitman 3, 18 for Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which that's a newer edition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
15 for Guilty Gear Strive.
I didn't know you picked up Guilty Gear.
Oh, I picked that up a while back, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. And then 3 points for Outriders. That game keeps continuing to drop.
Damn. Damn. Oh my god.
You hate to see it, bro. You hate to see it.
Austin, it looks like he dropped Breath of the Wild 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he
That wasn't
picked
coming out this year.
up Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Oh, I see you
Damn.
down here with a couple other games that I wanted to pick up, Josh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Give
we'll
ish.
get there. We'll get there.
Well, it's because everyone kept fucking stealing mine. I made all these bids for all these games, and I got one of them. And I was like, you motherfuckers.
I know. Yeah, I bid on so many of them, and I got Neo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was it.
Yeah.
Like I got World
Yeah.
Ends with Neo, the one I was able to get.
So, Austin, he started out with a huge lead because he picked up 13 games at the start of the year. So he's at 77 points right now, which I think everything has been out. So we've talked about all of them. Then Josh, he picked up Ghostwire Tokyo. I think you had that before E3.
I did. Yeah, I had that before E3.
And then so Battlefield 2042 and Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up when rumors were starting to ramp up that this year's Battlefield was going to be like modern day and a lot like 3 and 4. I picked that up. And yeah, out of all the games I bet on, and I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy, although I think it's going to be great, I don't see it like cracking 80s. So I'm like, if I don't get more like Guardians of the Galaxy, that not a huge loss. And then I lost Extraction, and I lost Forza, and I lost Metroid Dread. I put in 20. Fool's game for me. I should have gone higher. I was like 20, and I'm like, I'm doing this at 1 a.m. and I'm putting $20 down. Like I think I got this. And then last night I did make, yeah, I did make some more picks that I don't think are updated there yet, but we'll just have to wait and find out.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Link to that will be in the description. You can follow anytime.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I better
So,
not lose out on
Josh-
these games though. I swear to God.
Mm-hmm. So Josh, we have an update on yours. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. 18 points.
yeah.
So you are in the positive now.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, yeah. Returnal got me. Returnal got me very close, and then yeah. Thankfully, that game shot me over
Which
for sure.
I actually just platinumed that a couple days ago.
Ooh,
platinumed
very
it over
nice.
this past weekend.
Very nice. I have yet to
so
pick
good.
it up. I know. Games here are $90 a piece for new games, and yeah, that's the only thing stopping me. They
What are you gonna do in October, bro?
not play anything. No, I'll have student loans. I'll have student loans then, and I'm like, I'm not getting textbooks. I'm just gonna cop video games. Oh yeah, I'm getting everything, baby. I'm getting everything.
Nice.
I did, however, just get Returnal because they're doing a weekend special, and they're like, let's drop it from 90 to
Dude,
60, and I was
so
like, fucking all right, like let's go. So I'm excited to jump into that.
Can't wait to hear what you thought.
Oh yeah.
And we will thank you guys so much for watching. All our socials will be in the description. Give us a follow. If you be so kind, please give us a subscribe, like this video, and follow us on all our podcast services. And we will see you at the next Waypoint.